Well, we are headed out from San Jose, out towards Punta Remus, out towards the Pacific coast. We stopped to have a little lunch alongside the road here. The scenery is pretty spectacular. Big mountains, very green, very raggedy, that sort of a thing. And so far, pretty nice. Really kind of enjoying it. This is the Pan American Highway here. Lots of trucks and that sort of a thing, and not too fast going, but we're moving along and hope to get a few miles in before the day is out. It's Friday. June 3rd, I would guess. There's a couple turistos. This is just sort of more of the same, kind of alongside the Pan American Highway here. We've been able to identify sugarcane, which is what we have down here in front of us, and castor bean plants, which I don't know if they see any here or not, and coffee, and that over there could be coffee, being cultivated here, along with various Sunday avocados and other kinds of fruit such as that. And back closer to San Jose, peanuts being sold out beside the road. And of course, by the time we decided we wanted some, we had stopped selling them. This is a decorative thing they're using sort of for fence rows. We don't know the name of it, but I think somebody will, because I've seen it back in the States. It's the tall, spindly thing. And of course, there are bananas and that sort of stuff alongside the road here too. All in all, just what you'd expect in a tropical country, very lush and green, and always with the green mountains in the background. And we've crossed over a couple of rivers, and they're really deep canyons and look very much like a rainforest inside of them. So just about what we expected. Pretty spectacular. Discovery has been made. Dick has discovered a termite's nest.
Okay, this is a termite found in a tree by Rio Cerueus. Dick's going to get me on the pronunciation. But anyway, it's the first time I've ever seen it. It's making its nest in here, like this. You can see the tubes running down this way. Going on up the tree. And termite nest above ground. That's very unusual to me.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have no idea which one this is.
Which kind of a termite?
Yeah, which kind of, I don't know.
It's probably a tree termite.
Arboreal termite. Arboreal nesting termite. Notice the tubes going up, the limbs. Evidently going out to feed on the dead wood. It's a product of self-pruning. Kind of neat.
Oh, yeah.
Really neat.
Sort of lost the light up in there for a moment there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You can just see the tubes. It's just like a lace work or a lattice work, whichever, all the way up.
Tunnels of protection from the ants and other things that might eat the termites.
Yeah.
Neat.
Impressive.
We think this is a hackberry tree.
Well, this is our hotel for the evening here near Liberia. And we'll show you more of it tomorrow because it's really pretty nice, but we're getting ready to order dinner. And it just seemed kind of appropriate because it's just a wonderful rainstorm going on here. So just take a look and listen as the rain just comes pouring down. It is the rainy season. And and we've discovered a very good beverage here, a nice Pilsner called Imperial. We'll recommend it to everyone. And we're just sort of listening to the rain and getting ready to have dinner. Okay, Dick, what's up?
We have a very good ceviche here. You will be wanting to try it.
Hi, JW.
Hey,
How's it going? You bet. Uh-huh. And it's a wonderful evening, and we're kind of beat. We're going to go to bed early tonight. A long day preceded by a short night. But just had to give you a little shot at what the rain was like. Nice night. Well, good morning. It's a bright Saturday morning. This is the hotel we're staying at here in Liberia. And there's Dub. He's been up taking a few pictures this morning. And just thought to give you a little look. That's sort of what it looks like here. We'll take a walk down through the hotel in a little bit. The road out there is the Pan American Highway. That's what we drove up here yesterday on. This tree is right here in the middle of the parking lot at the hotel, and it's a beauty. Great big huge tree up here. And like I said, we'll sort of take a walk inside this place and show you what it looks like since we have breakfast, of course. Now this is a little walk through our hotel here in Liberia. Out there the front gate and our little Suzuki park there. And through the lobby, and nicely highly polished floors here. Really neat. And out there is the pool. Of our little statues. And this is where we had dinner last night. The big rainstorm and so forth. That was our table there. Fountain is running. And all the rooms are off of the road, which is behind me. And just off on these L's, or angles, whatever you want to call them, off to the side here. And a really nice place. I love these terrazzo tile floors and all of that. That's really nice stuff. And then down here towards the end, right on the back, is where our room is, down there. Not a very big room, regular motel size with 3 single beds in it, television. No hot water this morning, although as most everywhere in the tropics, the cold water is lukewarm. But all in all, a pretty nice place for $30 a piece a night. Wildlife. Guys are saying this little bugger eats the coconuts, chews a hole right into the coconuts and eats all the meat out of them. You have a strange looking little squirrel. This is the city park here in the middle of Liberia. Saturday morning. Just, I guess, probably a very typical Latin American. Hi there, guys. How are you? Park, Saturday morning, center town square sort of a thing. Some nice palm trees, some flowers, people sitting on park benches. Just a, like I say, a really typical sort of a thing. We're sort of on our ways up to one of the mountain national parks, and just sort of saw this after we've been on the road for a good 10 minutes or so, and decided to stop and take a look at it, soak up a little local color. And this is downtown Liberia. This is the main boulevard through town. Northwest bound, I guess you would say, heading up towards the mountains. This is the one we'll be on. Not too much in the way of a town, but this is the big town up this end of the country. Nice clean town. There's our little vehicle there. Very nice clean town. I think so. Just walked up here by the car and looked down the end of the street and realized that that's sort of where we're headed for. That's the volcano. Dick, do you remember the name of that volcano? Okay, we don't know for sure. We'll find out later on, but down at the end of the street is a volcano. And that's sort of the park we'll be headed for. You betcha. Well, boys and girls, we're driving this road. This is the best part of the road right here that we've seen. 10 kilometers up from Liberia, up into volcano country, headed for the volcano, which is up there in the clouds. Yeah, take pictures. It's been quite a ride. We're glad we got four-wheel drive. And there's Captain Deke.
Saludos, amigos. Bienvenidos al Parque El Rincón de la Vieja. Mucho gusto en conocerle. Please buy my book.
Please buy my book, yes. So there's the sign, only 15K to go, and it's been a good fun ride so far.
Whoa, check out the big bug.
Well, we're continuing on the Saigon up to the volcano. The road has been, this is real good here. It's been a real one. It's a good thing we have four-wheel drive. Panorama looking back towards the ocean. And I'm coming on around here to some of the small, I suppose those are just small volcano cones over there, right guys? Yeah. And on up towards the big one, which now has got clouds around it. We saw our best shot of it probably back there in town. Got clouds up around it. Pretty rugged countryside. Lots of bugs. Not many, actually, I don't think. Strange critters, though. Up, moving on up from the last little stop. We actually didn't get very far before Dick started screaming and hollering for us to stop. And because of having found a wasp nest here. These are stingless wasps, you say, Dub?
Yeah. Or at least docile.
Or at least docile. They're not killer bees, you guys are sure, right?
Yeah, we're sure.
Go in there and test it.
Yeah. Also a bird nest up there, and the thorns on this this here bush, as you can see, are pretty serious, but hollow and full of ants.
Yeah.
Right? Who protect the tree itself from being defoliated. So a whole ecosystem here, and the entomologists are just besides themselves. Two different kind of wasp nests. This big one and then a little one over to the left. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. Now I got to get out of the way so the photographers can step in there.
Let me get a reading here. Just hold steady right there. Right there between. Okay, it's 125th between 11 and 8.
Well, we've moved on up the mountains here a little bit. Pretty nice little trail. Getting pretty up towards the station head. And give a little shot of what the volcano looks like. Of course, I think, what do you think? We're seeing 2/3 of it, guys?
I don't know.
Hard to say how much is up there in the clouds. Road's pretty well gone bad. There it is. Pretty exciting. Another look. I was trying to zoom up on the mountains a little bit. You can see they're pretty much in the clouds. Rain up in there. Sort of hope it doesn't rain on us. This road has been pretty bad. Dry. Wet, it could be even more exciting. And just sort of again looking back down the track the other way that we've been coming. We have switched into four-wheel drive for the first time here recently.
I can't get all of them in this.
Let me move up a little closer on you.
Man, that guy's neat.
Walking stick, huh?
Well, the difference is that it flies.
Yeah.
You see, most of them are.
Do you squat easy again, guys?
Hey, Dick, take a reading for me, please.
Just a minute here.
And on 125th.
He's moving. I'm looking him right square in the eye. It's right alongside the road
Are you
here.
filming yet?
Me? Yeah.
Jada, just wipe through it. Tell me when you're done. I'll take a reading.
Go ahead.
I gotta roll.
He's hunkered down. You're right. Looking around.
I can go beyond him if I want.
Yeah. What kind of bird is it?
Probably those jays. Fascinating. you.
I think I got your butterfly for you, JD. Dub.
You sure it's not English sparrow?
I don't know.
Oh, the big black. Oh, man. Isn't that thing beautiful? Look at that. Oh,
Yeah, working our way back down now from having been up on top here. Nice storm coming up. I hope you can hear the thunder. Just sort of a nice view off across I assume a river valley of some sort, because there are some cliffs down in there. And been quite an adventurous day so far, and the day is not over, as we say, especially if it starts to rain on this road. Way down in there you can hear some water, so I'm pretty sure it is a river valley down in there. I'm not sure. This is a petroglyph we've seen carved into a rock right alongside the road here. This is for you, Dad. You can tell us what it's doing here, about halfway up a mountain in Costa Rica. It's just carved into a rock, and I suspect this rock is, well, I don't know whether it's been knocked out of the way for the road or not, because it's right alongside the road. You guys got any opinions on that, or would it have been here for a long time?
Oh, I imagine they put the road around that rock.
Yeah.
Water wagon.
Yeah. Well, I guess maybe there could have been a trail up through here, and that was some sort of a marker for it. I don't know. Well, there goes the road anyhow, so we'll moving on. We've stopped alongside the road here, and big storm rolling in from down below, as you hopefully can hear too, and see the dark clouds. This is the second one of those honey wasp nests, like we had some stuff from before, and it's kind of an interesting relationship between the honey wasp nest and a different kind of wasp nest just within an inch of it. And plus the thorn tree that they grow on has lots of ants that live inside the thorns and protect the tree, and it's just all a pretty interesting combination. And we photographed one earlier, and the guys have found another one which is even a little better positioning, and so they're going to be photographing on it for a minute. Well, this is mostly just, again, show you the kind of road we're traveling along here and that sort of a thing. We're on our way back down the mountain, and the fact that there's this nice storm coming in. And we're a little concerned about the road if it gets to raining pretty good. Now here's a little closer look at this. The big nest is the honey wasp.
Yeah.
Very docile, sort of a nice wasp. And then up just a little above it there is the other wasp nest. And then I forgot in my earlier narration, so there's also a bird's nest associated with this thing. And it's sort of in behind, in there. And then the big thorns on the trees. And the thorns have holes in them and are inhabited by ants, which protect the tree. So we don't know what all that symbolicism means, but there it is.
That's like, I think he's got metallic blue inside.
I can barely see him in through the leaves there.
Oh man,
He went right around behind.
God. Oh, now you can get it now. There he is, there he is.
Uh-huh.
Look at that sucker. Ooh.
What is it now?
Morpho, butterfly. Can you zoom in?
Not sure I have him anymore. There he is. Yes,
All right.
okay.
Gee, man, he is posing for you.
This will give people heartburn for me moving, but yeah, I think I got a good picture of him. But on the inside of his wings, he's blue. But you can sure see his eye and everything.
Isn't it though? That would be a real neat shot right there if we could get him up on top somewhere. What you think, Fat Man?
I got him.
You got him?
Well, of course I do. You guys are the ones I'm worried about.
He's cuter than a button. But those
Okay, but he's got those black antennae. See, I gotta get over a green leaf.
Where is he waving around?
Yeah.
Better shoot him. He's standing real still.
But he's got his antennae up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's right. Mm-hmm.
You call this just an immature true bug?
Mm-hmm.
You don't sound very scientific, guys.
It's a hemipnymph.
Oh, okay, that sounds a lot better.
I got started calling things.
Let's do the soundtrack. You do the film.
Okay, I think I missed that way. He fell off. And there's an ant on it trying to help him pick it back up again. There he goes. These are just simply cutting ants, huh?
Mm-hmm. What do you mean, simply cutting it?
Well, I mean they're not
They're
exotic.
majestic and wonderful and cosmic. You know?
Yeah, all right. There he goes, down the hole. Followed by another, and yet another.
They grow a fungus on his leaves.
Mm-hmm. I think it's one of those big jays. Whoop, I had him, and he's gone.
Yeah, I think it is.
I think I'm running.
All right, got the little red lights and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, we're recording.
So when I let up on it, it quits.
No, you don't have to hold it down. Once you push it down,
Oh, then what do I do?
when you want to stop it,
No, I just want to know what I do when I'm ready to stop it.
oh, you just push the red button again.
Oh, cool. I get it.
You say don't adjust your set. This is not David.
We just want to do a
Tell
little
you
video
what.
driving down through here.
If
Huh?
this doesn't make the viewers puke, it's going to make me puke trying to look through here.
Oh!
Oh, boy.
This is the
Valley of the Shadow of Death, Part 2.
this is what is referred to as a seasonal road.
Yeah, and we are here on the off season.
This is what you can refer to as not
Oh,
very
look,
good.
that's the
Now, this glorious smell-o-vision, we are now passing through this mortal coil of tears and trash and garbage and shit.
As you can see, these people are very ecologically sensitive.
Yes, they breed flies.
yes, indeed they do.
Oh, man. If you
This
could...
is just the dump from the town of Liberia, I guess.
Oh, it's time to retire. All right, yeah, this is just the upper Liberia dump.
Yeah.
We have just come through the garbage line on the mountain. This is an ecological zone that's limited by the distance people can throw things out of their cars or their semis or whatever else. So now we're forced to bid you fond adieu. Adieu.
This is in the lobby of our hotel. All the workers here are aware of Dick and Dub's interest in critters and fauna and so forth, and so they have pointed out this tree frog for them, and they've gone off to get their cameras, and I'm going to record what they're seeing. Isn't he a cute little thing? This is right in the lobby of the hotel. These are the people who pointed out the frog for us, some of the people who are working here. And they just got to see the frog on a replay, so now we got to let them see themselves on a replay if we can. Neat, huh? No, huh? Huh? More. You sure they don't mind?
Everybody smile.
Huh? They're hiding behind the post, tell them.
Say everybody smile.
Smile.
They say smile.
Quiere sonrisas.
Tell them we expect a good breakfast in the morning.
Hi. There we go.
Señoras, hasta luego.
Huh? She's cooking, huh? All right. And here? Okay, bye. Well, all right. Here we are at Playa del Coco. We've driven over this morning from our motel in Liberia. And this is the harbor here at Del Coco, I suppose, and the beach, which is pretty nice beach. Not, you know, not yellow or white sand or anything like that, but not too bad. Some islands out there protecting us from the wrath of the ocean. Obviously a bit of a fishing fleet and pleasure fleet in here. I'd just say over in there some more beaches. I think we may go down and drive down on the beach. It looks as though that's possible to do. And so this is it. Del Coco itself seems to be kind of a touristy town with some discos and that sort of a thing. Well, we can move right around and let you have a little look at it here. JW taking some pictures. And we're standing in front of a bar restaurant sort of a thing. This is sort of maybe the central square here on the beach. Some people hanging about. Some tourists just came in a busload. We've driven down the beach here and just uncovered a whole plinthra of crabs. I'm zoomed up on one. As soon as you get close, they sort of obviously scurry away, but there are just hundreds of them up and down the beach here. You say we've sort of driven up the beach. Apparently cars are allowed to drive on the beach. Nobody has stopped us yet. And up at the far end, give you another little shot at Playa del Coco from where we came down in there. Pretty quiet, not much surf today. We're sort of walking up along the beach here, JW and I don't know how well you're going to be able to see the crabs just start scurrying for their dens as we walk along. There was quite a bunch of them when we first drove up here, and it was like a little red carpet moving off. Guess that's about all of them, huh? A few over here. Pretty neat. We got them all scurrying for home now. Little flock of, are these sulfurs, Dub?
Sulfurs, yeah.
A flock of sulfurs flying around out here on the edge of the beach. And now they've tired of us, and they'll go back. And if we move again, they'll take off. Again, just sort of sightseeing a little bit out here on the beach. Pretty rugged coastline. Big rocks and mountains coming right down into the ocean. Kind of turned our back to the beach for a moment and looked up above us and find some pretty nice looking cacti up here. What kind is that, JW? That tall one?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It looks similar. It's not a saguaro cactus or anything like that, but it's just a
Sort of looks like
an organ
one.
pipe cactus.
Yeah.
It's got
Uh-huh.
pretty.
We saw some prickly pear down here in front of us. And some nice cactus up in there. And some more cactus up in there. And a katydid. And then hovering way up above us, we think maybe some frigate birds or something of that nature. And these are some family picnickers, I think, come just walking by us here. As we're out here on the beach, and another group coming up. They're walking out to the point or something like that to have Sunday picnic.
He's waving to you, Dave.
Who?
That little boy.
Where?
Right here. Mira.
Hi there. What is this? Dick thinks he's got it figured out how the little crabs come up and down. And so he has snuck up on one and caught him down, and he's waiting for him to come on up. He's cleaning out his burrow. You see little piles of dirt on the left there. That's where he comes up and flings it away. But I think he's got Dick scoped out, and this picture may not come off. If it does, it'll be a good one. This is the way they feed the little white things out of their claws. And he was feeding a little bit ago, but I guess he's not going to now. Quick little buggers.
Seen that happen.
Yeah.
It's like they're lurking there or something. Oh, he's dragging ass. Look, he's holding his... Look at that other one. What the hell's he got?
Which one?
See the one packing his... See how he's...
Whoa, he just took over his burrow. Kicked one out and came back.
Now, see that one packing stuff down around his burrow?
Let me see.
He's using his claws as little packers.
Oh, there he is. It was as though this guy here was trying to take the other guy's burrow.
Well, he came by there sort of crafty and they all jumped at him.
Uh-huh. I think there's another crab in that burrow, isn't
I
there?
think so too.
Yeah.
We'll know in a minute.
Whoops.
Yep.
Holy.
That's how we get a picture. Now just hold on. Let me get charged up.
Yeah, just sneak over there. When they both go down, then you got to run over quick.
I got to get my ass down there and focused.
Yeah. I'd pre-focus if I was you.
Well, I've got it mag set. I just got to be able to.
This is the hole which has two crabs in it. We suspect they'll come roaring out of there in a minute, so Dick's got ready to give them a surprise of their life. But they've been down there a long time. Dick, suppose they're mating? and interestingly watching all of this activity from obviously a safe distance.
Yeah, there's little flies here. I think they fell in love and married, they're going to have children.
Before they ever come out again, huh?
Whoa.
Yep, the old palmera, whatever, I cannot say it, growing wild here. Anna, just right there alongside the beach. Smell really good.
Okay, roll.
Okay, I gotcha.
Roll them.
Yeah, well, this is sort of our final farewell to Playa del Coco. Kind of putzing down the beach here, making use of our four-wheel drive. And, passing on the left.
Running in the water.
Oh yeah, there's that.
Checking if they've undercoated this sucker.
We'll get them straightened out.
And so we end our casual trip to Crab Beach at Playa del Coco. All right, here we are advancing to the rear. And this is your photographer, Deke, speaking.
Oh, let's flip into another gear here. And this is the town of Playa del Coco, right?
I think so.
I think so. See. Out of four-wheel drive, and there we go.
You heard it first here, folks.
Pretty rolling. There you
How
go.
do you know that?
I can see the little red light.
Oh,
Just
kinky.
kind of a cute drive down between some of these. Did you ever decide what these little red trees were?
No, but they're cute.
I think they're little red trees.
Little red trees. This is going to Playa Ocotal. No,
Ocotal.
Ocotal. We may stop here and look for some information about buying. Half-acre lots and so forth are $25,000.
From 25,000.
25,000.
Inquire at hotel desk.
Yes, and the ocean is just off that way about 100 meters.
I don't know.
Something like that. If I take a right here, looks like I can grab.
Well, we're at Playa Ocotal. This is the beach. It's a black sand beach, by the way. Pretty interesting. Only about 3 kilometers from Playa del Coco, but it's a very long 3 kilometers because it was a real bumpy, rough road. But as you can see, a black sand beach here, and some pretty fancy resorts up in behind us. We'll think we might swing into the hotel if the boys will let me, and get some information on lots and so forth. Although 25,000, but they're right here on the ocean, so it's not too bad. And this is the beach. And as you can see, it's just, as one would say, a black sand beach. Very volcanic. This is from a hotel up on top of the bluffs here above the Playa de Ocotal, O-C-T-A-L is how it's spelled. I got some brochures. They're selling lots on here, but there's only a couple of them left. It's sort of looking down south along the coast, and just sort of in between rainstorms here. And way down below us to the ocean. Now this is a hotel you can stay at. It's actually not that expensive. And a little point sticking out there. The beach that we just came from is around to the right-hand side of that point. Pretty nice. And the old Pacific Ocean out there being nice and gentle today. And this is from the other side of that hotel, out in front of the dining room, looking down to the beach that we were just on down there. Talked to a scuba shop owner from Chicago. And then that's the black sand beach. This back up in here is where they're selling some lots at about 25,000 for the minimum ones, cheapest ones. And they're all sold, except for about 4 or 5 of them. But it's a place where you might be able to come in and buy a house and a lot later on, but it'd be pretty expensive, I suspect. As you can see, it's a pretty nice area, although the beaches are not wonderful. Still pretty nice. And down in there is Playa de Coco, where we were before. And from Playa de Coco, that's some of the islands, and a little misty. It's raining pretty good today.
Welcome to Philadelphia.
You'll be right proud to live here. All right, you've cut it off with JW's head.
Okay, go ahead.
Andale.
It looks like about 5.6 at a 60th, but that couldn't be right, is it?
A little parade here in town today in Liberia. And we're all broken up here and parked, and I'll move ahead a little bit to make them think I'm thinking about it. Come on and dance that pony. The Marlboro Man. Pretty fancy footwork there, huh?
Why were they marking it?
We have pulled alongside the road here just south of Liberia to look at these trees. It's really pretty spectacular, as you can perhaps see them out there. And the boys are all trying to figure out what they are. We think they could be figs, strangler figs. We don't know. But in the background of the mountains, that's the volcano we climbed up a couple of days ago. And just started out Monday morning now. And we're on our way down towards Canas and then up to Lake Arenal. And we'll just sort of be moving on south, down eventually down to the southern parts. We're about halfway up to Lake Arenal, town of Tillerana, or something like that. We just stopped alongside the road here because the bougainvillea was so pretty. Just lovely.
Hey, Dave.
Uh-huh.
Let's go over here and get a better angle on something.
Okay. And this is not the main street of this town. We sort of turned left here and headed up to Lake Arenal, but the town is off up in that area. Really pretty town. Lots and lots of nice houses, pretty flowers. Well, boys and girls, here we are at Lake Arenal. Sort of the first time we had a chance to get a look at it, just coming up over a hill here from that town of Tilleran. Nice little town. And this is the lake. This is a man-made lake, of course. We've passed 2 big power plants on the way up. And so it's a man-made lake, just made to generate power, but a pretty impressive one just the same. And down at the end of it is the volcano. With some clouds, of course. That's all volcanoes have. We have no idea what it looks like without the clouds. It's the first chance we had to see it. So we'll move on around the lake a little bit and see what the volcano looks like from other angles. Also, just the local tree here is pretty neat. It's getting lots and lots of strange flowers and that sort of a thing on them. But on our way on up to Lake Arenal. There's a small village down here beside the lake, whose name we probably read on a sign a minute ago, on down the road. Certainly a pretty and very picturesque area so far, and a good road up to it. Arenal, we're crowding in on the volcano, maybe 10 kilometers on up towards our left. We're all, as I said before, we're all pretty impressed by it. It's a wonderful climate. First of all, the temperature can't be much more than what, 75? With a nice breeze blowing, and the humidity is right down to 0. Well, not 0, but down real nice. And this is the first time we've had the windows open in the truck and the air conditioning turned off, so you can imagine we're all pretty impressed by that. Lots of construction over here, lots of little tourist places. That's where we came in, probably, way down over in there. Up in there is probably the road we came in on. Lots of construction, lots of cabins, that sort of a thing. Looks like they're getting ready for a big influx of people living up in here. We've found the good road out. We've passed the town of Arenal itself, and although the map says the road is paved, guess what, kids? It's not.
Well, the road's good to Monte or whatever.
Yeah. We're just a little bit of, rainforesty jungle sort of a thing here. We've seen some much nicer examples, and we may see some later on, but just a little bit. And true to its form as a rainforest, it's raining. Either that or a dog barking. So we're once again happy we have four-wheel drive, as we're going to move on around Lake Arenal.
Go for it.
All right.
Hang on there, JW.
Yeah, no, that was a good shot.
Get your arms and legs in, JW. Quit clowning around.
Okay. You guys awful hard on me.
Quit whining for mercy here while we drag you along.
When the camera's off, you treat me better.
We can't stand your whining on this film.
So why not?
One of just a lot of real pretty birds up in here, the little yellow-breasted thing. And lots of air plants going up in there. We've once again sort of stopped along the road here. If possible, it's getting worse than it was before. Moving around probably pretty much on the eastern side of Lake Arenal now. And another little panorama here just of the lake. It's moving on up towards, like I said, up towards the volcano, more towards the southern end of it. And we're on the east side of it. We're seeing some beautiful birds, and we've heard some monkeys howling up in the jungles. Some of the birds we're getting, others we'll get them later, I'm sure of that. So, but we're, I guess this would be considered rainforest and jungle, wouldn't you guys say so?
Yeah.
So it's getting close enough for government work, yeah. So we'll be continuing on here. Just noticing a little phenomena as we zoom in here a little bit. Yeah, these are more cutting ants, only in a vertical mode instead of a horizontal mode.
Definitely a chiller thriller, huh?
They are definitely going to take the top out of this big old tree here. And another view of our cut ants, leaf cutting ants. Totally cool. Little domestic argument going there amongst some parrots in the upper reaches. Careful, watch your tug now. Here we are, just alongside the road here, and we just saw this cute little green gecko. Whoa, never mind, that's all. After just a little shot here off of a bridge over a little river. And listen to the all the noise of the canopy. because we're pretty much in the jungle here now. And just back down to some huge trees here along this stream. And you can just sort of hear the noises of the jungle, all the katydids, the cicadas.
I think it's cicadas.
And then this nice little stream down in here.
And this Mayan structure here that they left.
Bridge?
Yeah.
This is just same place, huge tree here. Moving pretty close down at the far end, the east end or the south end of Lake Arenal now. You can just sort of see it behind us there on the road and some of the mountains and so forth around it. We actually stopped along here because we're just sort of running from jungle inside the little river valleys where it's just, you know, real serious jungle out into farmland or ranch land. And it's just kind of, I mean, every mile is completely different. And what we really want to do is get a picture of this fence row, which is a living fence. As you can see, the fence posts are these little bushes, and we've been seeing these quite along quite regularly, and just wanted to get a little picture of them, that's all. Seeing a lot of different kinds of fences, that being just one of them. But here we are in ranch land, right next door to the jungles. Been seeing this along the road and calling it a bird of paradise. I'm not sure what it is. You can see the kind of leaf it has from behind it there. But Mom, you'll identify this for me, won't you? Well, it's getting kind of silly here. Every time we go around a corner, there's another beautiful jungle scene to shoot. But we just can't help ourselves. Those that comes from a deprived childhood in the Midwest Plains area where you never see this sort of stuff. And it is spectacular. And the sounds are really neat. The butterflies, huh? I think that's an earlier version of the orange one down there when it's more red.
All right, Judo, quit shrieking the shrubs. Oh, shit.
He is kind of cute, isn't he?
You almost like that.
Good grief. Have you really got that thing in focus?
Yeah, well, we'll see tonight on TV, but I think so, yeah. Mandibles at the ready, huh?
Yeah. Man dabble.
This is not the first look, but one of the first good picture opportunities we've had of the volcano. Arenal volcano from the jungle. Getting closer and closer to the volcano, down towards the southwesterly end of Lake Arenal now. Once again along the road you can hear the jungle birds if I'll quiet down a little bit. And there is the volcano up in there. I'm sure we'll get some more shots of it later on, but we just want to make sure we got this one from inside the jungle here. This is Arenal volcano. Pretty impressive. It sticks up there pretty good. And here we are on the edge of the lake, right on the dam actually, that dam makes this whole area possible. Lake Arenal. Obviously we're at the far end of it now. Down the end towards where we came in from. And all along that side is where we've been driving as we dodge in and out of the jungles. That's sort of what we've been seeing up in there. Pretty impressive, I mean, for us non-jungle types. Very, very nice.
And that's weird, Ed. Those things don't look like weavers anymore than anything, do
No, they look like, like JW says, yellow-tailed crows.
I thought it was a woodpecker or something at first.
We can hear the chicks, I think. Don't know whether you can hear them on the video or not. Wow. For bugs, and we found one. We found one. What do you think, BJ? Donna? Roberta? You want to come on out here and visit Costa Rica, where this is what shows up in your bedroom? And he's, by the way, a little one.
It is. I've got a bigger one in my office. I think he loves you, JW.
I think he does.
Now you're going to have to marry it. You know what you told us.
This is the Arenal Lodge, just up from the volcano. This is where we found the big insect. Very nice place, by the way. If we come out here, we have to stay here. Rooms and so forth on out that way. This is where I found the big beetle, by the way, sitting here on the floor. Kind of a nice little dining room. I'll just sort of walk out to the edge. Let you see what the view looks like out your front window. Not too shabby, huh? And the volcano. We've moved out to the patio now. Got a nice little rock garden here in front. And well, right at the edge of the jungle, way at the west end of Lake Arenal. And we have decided we were going to have some lunch, but no luck. Best we're going to do is be able to have some soda. Another shot of the volcano here from the veranda at the Arenal Inn, Arenal Lodge, I guess this is. Looks like we may be going to get the cone out. It has occurred to us sitting here that the cloud coming off on the right of it looks a lot like a steam cloud. What with has a little funny color to it and so forth. Which would indicate that this thing is smoldering a little bit, which I guess it is, if I remember rightly. It's an active volcano. Just giving a little panorama of the clouds and that sort of a thing here now as they come up and around the volcano. Pretty nice.
I don't think there's a chance of it. It's socked in, Dick.
Amp it up at your leisure, and whenever you think it looks good.
I am. I wanted to get this particular turn. We're coming down from Arenal Lodge.
First degree, four-wheel drive.
Yeah,
Still using the brakes.
have to have four-wheel drive just to get down this ridge. Whoa. Boy. Oh. Is it a sin to just hold this thing straight up and let my head go back and forth?
No, you don't have to look to it all the time.
That's good. I can. I'll punch my eye out.
Unless you occasionally check it out and see which way it's going.
It seems to be running.
Yeah.
All right. Now what we're going to do is do the old
This is
rumbo of death.
easy down through here.
There, I must have bumped this thing off when I was hit a bump.
You got to get your thumb away from the button.
Well, it was, but it was a big bump.
Put your finger in front of the lens, like Bejo would do.
Yeah, well, you could see when you do that here.
BG, you'd love it here.
Y'all come
Well,
back
I don't
now.
know, maybe
Yeah.
You love this road. I tell you
Here we
what.
go.
It's really a neat place.
No,
It's
this is
the
great.
concrete slide of death here.
Rainforest, jungle area, neat place.
And a nice view from the drive up is almost worth the view.
I don't see why they don't charge more for this kind of a joyride.
Actually, they didn't charge us anything except 300
100 colons, that wasn't much.
300 colas, yeah. 300 colones for the soda. After that, you got a free bug trip and everything.
Yeah, we got the magic giant bug.
Company pet.
You don't need nothing.
You get this curve?
I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Oh, Lordy, I'm getting it.
Oop, fell off the road.
Oh. Well, I think you'll have lots of Arenal Road footage to edit. Take your lumps and pick your bumps. Oh, goody, here goes the road again. On the road again. Do, 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 do.
See how nice and smooth it is?
Ah, man, piece
Real
of cake.
sharp turn here.
I'll tell you what. it's
Pull the
quite-
right hand
quite
brake.
a feat of engineering, really.
Oh, hey, we're down at the bottom already.
Oh, no.
Cool.
We're just now having fun.
Is it soup yet?
It's all churned up. Super. There we go.
There we
made
go.
it. Hey, ho.
Just sort of a nice little shot of the clouds screwing up through the mountain passes and so forth over on the other side of Lake Arno. Pretty neat here. As we're winding our way back through the jungles, back towards some place to stay, back down towards the other end of the lake. You guys could turn the engine off if you like. There we go. That's a monkey. I guess. He's certainly not moving much, is he? Walk up closer and pee, let him pee on me? No, I don't think so. Let's wait for the Land Rover to jump on by us here, okay? You guys tell me if one comes at me, all right? Friends, buddies?
There's one behind you.
That's not nice, you guys.
Is that the monkey or Dick?
I'm not so sure. It's another monkey over here.
Seems to be taking exception to your presence. That other one's leaving now.
Oh, Daddy's calling him in over here. He's right over here. Can you see him?
I see the one eating. Where's Daddy at? Is Daddy back in here somewhere?
Are you eating leaves?
Yeah, over to the left, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is doing the big hang.
Doing the big hang, yeah.
Got his tail wrapped around there. That's that sound we heard where the birds were.
Mm-hmm. I thought it might have been monkeys earlier.
Oh, there's some more way back in there.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. Talk to us, kiddo. Well, he looked at me anyhow.
Talk to me, sweet lips. Thing walks along that limb like it had good sense.
Yeah. Or good balance, either one.
You have to
I
pull
can
up.
see him.
You have to pull up a little.
Well, I can see him, but he's all we're seeing is the black side of him.
Grizzly from Africa.
Uh-huh. How about that? Zebu. Clever. Look at those ears.
He heard that.
Uh-huh. There he is, and showing us his red butt. And away he went.
Ah.
They'll get really pretty as they get older. These are probably about a month old.
Surprised the parrot puts up with him.
Yeah. No. No.
This is the place we're going to stay tonight, Monday night, up at the other end of Lake Arno, up towards the, I guess the north end or something. And we're negotiating to buy a, not us, the innkeeper here is negotiating to buy a toucan to add to his other shoulder so that both sides of the shirts will be equally shit upon.
Un momentico. A mí me encantan.
Yeah, that would have been a good one.
Well, you want to see what it looks like? Get a picture.
No,
Got one, some right on my foot here.
No, it's okay. It was the look on her face more than anything else.
Dime, yo estoy más cuidado, asustadísimo, yo lo tengo miedísimo. A mí me perseguía uno que cuidado.
No la jaleo. Pero pon en la cajita, mi amor.
Vea, papaya o bueno, cualquier
Well, okay, this is where we're going to spend the night. This is JW's in my room. JW's getting ready to do a little bit of laundry. Oh, does it need it?
You got any shorts for trade?
No, no, thanks. This is our room.
Where are you?
Where are you when we need you?
Hippie?
This is going to be our room for the evening.
You hippie?
And it's a little bit rustic indeed, but that's for $35 a night. That's what we're going to get. The snorer we have placed down at the far end, and that's going to be his room. Hi there, Richard. He was ringing a bell there. So it's a pretty rustic place owned by a banker whom we don't know a whole lot much more about yet, but we'll find something about him. The interesting thing, of course, is it has a pretty good view. This is the view out the front door, right off of our porch. This is the north end of Lake Arenal, where we came over there early this morning. And then all the way down to the end, and down there where it's raining pretty good is where the volcano is, and where we ended up this afternoon after all the jungle stuff and so forth. Down in front's the dining room, bar, lounge, office, whatever. It's a place we're going to go down and sit and watch some of the rushes from today's videos and that sort of a thing. It's where we see the toucans and everything. And tomorrow we should be up and at 'em, and this guy's got a big 100-acre ranch, and he's going to let the guys fumble around in some of the jungle with it. So this should be about enough for Monday, and we'll pick on up with this later on. Well, good morning from Lake Arenal. It's not quite 6 a.m. Tuesday morning, and this is what it looks like on Lake Arenal this time of the morning. We had a very interesting evening last night with the innkeeper, who is a Costa Rican, born in Panama, raised in the United States, was in the U.S. military, became a windsurfer. Lake Arenal down in here in front of us is maybe the third best windsurfing in the world, third best known windsurfing area in the world. And so he runs a little windsurfing business on the side here, and speaks flawless English with all the slang and everything else that goes along with it, and is a pretty interesting sort of a guy. So we spent the evening, had dinner and drinks, and chatted with him until it was 11 o'clock when we finally went to bed. But a real interesting guy, and just had a great time. And just dawned a nice, bright, sunshiny morning today, and we're going to go up to his ranch and visit some jungle stuff, so as soon as we have breakfast. All right, it's we've driven up above the lake. Seems like a couple of miles up to Norman's place, Norman's ranch farm. And this is the view from the front window.
There's a toucan right down there, please. Right down there in that tree.
And this is I don't know what it's, a ranch house or what.
I don't see it. Yeah. Tree over here. Yeah. We're about halfway
There's a
up.
toucan right in the middle of the picture.
Oh, okay.
But we're quite a ways away. I suspect we'll get closer. I can see it moving around. There he went.
Sure.
Oh, sorry. And that's a brown jay.
4 or 5 different species of jay.
That is a pretty one.
Hummingbird? Whoop!
He landed right over there.
So now he's got it kind of pointed down.
Yeah.
Right toward you.
It's a toucan, but we can't really see him well. There he is. There he is, Bill. There you go. Now he's posing. Thank you, Mr. Toucan. Oh no. Golly, we're on a discovery mission here. You lost him, huh? Norman, you're in for a treat, I think.
Oh shit!
See what I tell you?
JW, check it out.
Here's the toucan. Maybe you can hear the noise.
Here comes your...
I've moved out a little bit ahead of the group here and out into a clearing up on Norman's farm, or ranch. He has 100 acres up in here. He's going to sell some of it off his property, so some of these may be views you could think about. And that's looking back down towards Canas, or Canas, however it's pronounced, and back towards the ocean. The red tower was one of the power plants, one of the generating plants that we passed on the way up yesterday. I guess it was yesterday. Coming up from the Pan American Highway, which runs down through the valley, and the Pacific Ocean is on out that way. Pretty spectacular country. We're sort of walking along some jungle paths here, as you may have guessed, taking pictures of toucans and insects and what other exotic things are about. Said he's seen a couple of black panthers, but I doubt that we'll get lucky enough to see anything like that. And the boys are just in bug heaven back behind me here. Into the jungle they go. Come on, toucan, turn around. There you go.
So it's perfect. He did not have a sore ankle that day, you see?
Oh, I see.
Toucans.
Dave, let's pick on Dave, Dave.
Okay, go ahead. Toucan.
Oh, did you?
This is just a log crossing our path here as we wander down this path. It's got lots of sort of neat things on it, including machete hacks. And orchids. And like I said, this is the path we're following down through the jungle. You can't. Whoops, I outfocused him.
No, you're not. You're cool.
I outfocused him.
We get one more now. Do that.
Now, what were you taking a picture of?
This right here.
Oh, yeah? Oh, man, that's...
I was just standing down here at the bottom of this pretty steep grade. It's sort of in the middle of the jungle, so to give you a little panorama, as best I can, of what it's like at pretty much towards the bottom of a rainforest. A little stream off to the right there. Pretty fantastic. Well, there's our second batch of monkey. That's not the one that's making all the noise, though.
No, the male's over to the right of us.
So that's the female there?
Uh-huh.
Is it like getting between a bear and her cubs, or are we okay?
We're okay. I don't think she'll get too violent with us.
She seems pretty quiet.
Yeah. Oh, they're pretty passive. When they get really upset, what they'll do, they'll pee on you.
Oh, thanks. Go for it. Oh, there he is. Well, he's just cute. The sound of the cicada.
At it.
And you can't, and it's so dark you have to have a lot of time to focus.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Whoops, he went under a leaf to me. There he is. There he's out in the open, on and off.
Shit pie.
This will never do it justice, but there's one of those huge jungle trees over in there. I mean, it's got to be 10 foot through. Not too tall, right up into there, but then just branches out into a big canopy, covering up all of this part of the jungle here. JW's going to eat his heart out here. I have a butterfly zoomed up. I'm on the side view of him now.
Hey JW,
Now open your wings.
we got these clear wing butterflies here.
A little narrow spot in the trail here, requiring some fancy footworking, rappelling.
We needed that on you, Dave.
Huh?
We needed it on you.
Yeah.
Here's the monkeys. Monkey here. This is a little babbling stream we've been hearing, although it's pretty quieted down now. I suspect this means we're way down at the bottom, hey Norman?
Mm-hmm.
Trouble is he's so... Never mind, he left.
Trying a little trouble getting it started.
I don't know whether you can be able to see this on the video or not, but these are the cut ants, and they've just beaten a path down right up through the jungle here, which we're following.
JW breaking the cookie. The vine, Jane, the vine.
Listening to the sound of a katydid, cicada.
Or did I?
Oh, no. Got him?
I got him.
All right.
I don't know how good he's going to show up. He's sitting right there in the sunshine.
Yeah.
Well, he's 8 inches
Whoop,
long.
there he went. He's 8 inches long.
The nymph of an insect looks like.
This is
Looks sort of
Norman's
like
big tree here.
Uh-huh.
Isn't it beautiful? Magnificent.
You can lay down and get the top, Dave.
It's okay. I'll do it up this way. If I zoom in on it a little bit, we can see it's still pretty good size going up. Up there into the canopy. And that's the top of Norman's tree, right? That's it. The top of Norman's tree. And that's the jungle we were down into. And I'm winded. Whew. Norman rides mountain bikes up and down these things. The rest of us, on the other hand, ride in the back seat of four-wheel drives. Lost him. Strangler fig. It's formed an arch. About what? Arch maybe 5 foot tall. That's a bell bird that you're hearing up there. Way on up in this tree is a monkey. Right over our heads. It is a poor place to have a monkey, I understand. So, $25,000 lot, $25,000 house. Lot's got quite a nice view. It's a little dark, so we'll see how it works. This is the bedroom. You wake up in the morning, you get a pretty good view. out that away. And on through here.
Well, they check the bathroom.
Uh-oh, this is the bathroom?
Keep on keeping on.
Oh my, well, looks sort of like a bathroom until I step outside, right?
They step outside, right?
Uh-huh, and then here's the shower. Outdoor showers.
Which is a neat thing.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I'm envious of that.
Yeah. Hanging down to here, so
You could pay for that long lens you've been wanting anyway.
Yeah. From
Walk on through here. Oh,
another bathroom, so you can take
here's
showers.
the dining room.
Oh,
Look outside.
this is chicken people.
There's a bathroom with an indoor shower in there.
Another bedroom in here.
And a bedroom. Kitchen. Standing here in the living room with not a bad view. Welcome to Punta Leona. A little pelican this morning. We stayed here last night. It's Wednesday morning. And we are on the Pacific Ocean on the beach. And this is the La Playa at Punta Leona. Pretty nice beach, probably the best one we've seen so far. Bunches of resort things and so forth in the background there. Dining rooms and whatever. And then the beach just kind of wraps on around to a point. This is called Playa Manta for manta rays in here. There's a black sand beach on around to the right around the point, and a white sand beach on around that point back to the left there, which we'll go over and take a look at in a little bit as we kind of explore this area. We came through a pretty impressive sort of a jungle in order to get here, and so we're going to go back and do some more stuff with it. So anyway, it's Wednesday morning and we are at Punta Leona. Also here at the beach, Dub has discovered a very small hermit crab, and he is taking pictures of him.
And he's very uncooperative.
And he's being very uncooperative, but there he goes. I see him moving around. Yeah. Get back here, you little devil.
Yeah, he won't smile.
Gave you the claw, eh? He's going into hiding. He knows about you guys.
Well, that's just what he thinks.
And he's right.
He could be right. He could go either way, though. Where's that little monster? Oh, man. Nice.
And as the photographers do so often, they share their discoveries. So here's another one praying to the great photography god.
Man, great photography.
Could you have found it on a nicer stretch of beach that over this thing crawling through wine course?
We're still at the beach here. There are some nice little villas, or whatever you want to call them, up there in the bluffs. Now, there's a place I might be able to retire to. I don't know. Could be a tough call. But they do look pretty nice. As you can hear the little waves lapping and so forth, they have a pretty good view. Now, there's a cute little crab. Whoops, hold still, Dave. It's bright red on the back. I'm going to see if I can get a picture of the back of him. I have a little trouble in the grass. Kind of cute. This one was feeding a little bit ago, but now he's just watching me. Little rainforest, fine jungle in the background there. Nice breeze blowing. We are off the beach, Playa Blanco, the white beach. Little bar and restaurant up in that area. And I can imagine and visualize them filming Christopher Columbus here. It looks just like the right place. Almost a natural little harbor in there, although I don't think it's protected very well. It does seem a breakers coming up against the rocks. Ah, yes, very nice. Playa Blanco at Punta Leona. Discovered a little bee's nest down here. The bees hovering around it are the guards. As you can see, they're just sort of guarding it. And that's the mouth to it there. At least we assume they're guarding because they never seem to go in. And I'll sort of move around the other side of it a little bit, so we can get a little different perspective on them. Here you can see them outside of the nest, which is out of focus and up there. Let's see how they're hovering outside of it. This is our accommodations here at the Punta Leona Hotel. These are called Salvamar places. This is our little vehicle. And we have numbers 9 and numbers 11 here. In quite a nice setting. We're paying $62 for the room each. So we have 2 rooms and 3 people, so we work it out. So it comes up pretty much even. There are villas and other sorts of things around here. This area down in here is a swimming pool called the Columbus room or casa. Swimming pool, we haven't been down there, and you pretty well have to drive everywhere you go here because you know, the dining room is on down the road and way over yonder there, and the beaches and so forth. So, but this is what, about $62 in the off season. We're getting a 15% discount. But $62 gets you here at the Hotel Punta Leona. This is the room. Pretty good sized. Got two double beds, as you can see. Nice airy sort of a thing. Air conditioned. Those are JW's pants hanging there to dry. Air conditioned. Telephone, refrigerator, dresser, that sort of a thing. And as comes advertised, that's okay. Slam the doors. A bathroom with kind of a nice shower. Must be a light switch somewhere. Yes, light switch. Yeah. And a nice shower. And all in all, kind of a pleasant room. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, no, more importantly, there are bugs right there. We got to go now.
There are bugs.
And BJ, I miss you, baby.
But there are bugs awaiting.
And I love you.
But there are bugs.
And yes, and there are bugs. You'll have to wait.
Well, this is what Dub was talking about. This is what we go through to get the picture. Did you get it? Had to back the car up here into the jungle so that they could get their pictures of whatever it is they're getting pictures of. Now I see what you guys are photographing up there. Yeah.
I don't think I can reach him.
Wow.
If we pull this down, right?
Now, Dick, in English, it can go on tape. What is it?
It's some kind of a bug nymph, a stink bug type bug.
Well, I know, but what are they doing?
I don't know. They apparently are colonial or something, and they're all immatures, so they're about the same age. That means they must have been guarded by a parent or something until they got to this size. They do seem to be busily escaping, don't they?
No, they're not going very fast, but okay.
This is where he breaks it off and ruins our lease. I bust his groin.
Okay, we're about to leave Punta Leona, and it's Thursday morning, 7:30 or thereabouts, and this is their favorite tree. It's 100 years old. It's called the Ceiba, C-E-I-B-A tree, and the guys are just standing there to give you an idea how big it really is. I mean, it's well worth saying goodbye to. It's a big one. You can see it goes way, 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 way on up there, and has a sort of a life of its own, really. Had a pretty good time here in Punta Leona. Good beaches, nice resort. Just ungodly hot, though. So we shall say goodbye to it. On the road from Otillo, actually, up towards San Ramon, which is where we're headed. And it's a real mountainous driving and very pretty scenery. Some cattle down there. And these are the sort of mountains we're just sort of gaining quite a lot of altitude here as we moving on up onto the Central Plateau mountains, actually. So. There's some pretty scenery. Big mountain in the background there. Down the river valley that we've been driving up. And someone's backyard. Nice pretty little butterfly sitting here. We've once again sort of stopped off beside the road to take a look at what I think are some coffee beans, but they could easily be castor beans. I'm not sure. And the butterfly stopped and posed for me, so I took advantage of it. If this is coffee, they grow it in a pretty steep area. Now you got to stand down 2 rows to pick. And I'm not sure. We're going to go down here and look a little bit closer. Still pretty spectacular scenery. So we continue moving on up towards, actually we're going towards San Jose from being down on the coast. And this is the mountain route. The tree is right next to us here. It's a cashew tree. And the fruit is there where the bees and so forth are eating on the fruit. Seem to be having a pretty good time. And then at the end of the fruit is the seed pod, which looks like and is a cashew nut inside of there somewhere. So kind of an interesting tree. This is a cashew tree. Heck, I thought cashews, I guess I never thought much about where cashews grew. Now we know they tend to grow on a tree that looks like this. Right here next to the coffee. JW has discovered a lovely little butterfly. It was going the wrong way, right? Okay. We're on the way over a ridge up towards San Ramon from Athenas. It has been quite a road. First of all, you have to drive about 5 kilometers before you get a sign that says, yep, you're on the right road. And it's been uphill in first gear almost all the way. You can see where we've come from way down in there. And it's been pretty exciting.
That'd be pretty with the sun.
But I think we're just about ready to cross over the ridge and start on back down. Can hear the chickens crow, roosters crowing and everything. And once again, this is coffee right here in front of us. Every yard's got a few coffee beans in it, coffee plants in it. This will be the local cash crop. Pretty view. This is the church in Zaragoza, spelled with a Z, here in the town square. Or maybe that's a courthouse. No, that has to be a church. Oh, and JW is getting him to pose for him. He's getting some boys to pose for him there, some schoolboys. We've cleared the ridge on our way up to Pomos and on the way to San Ramon, and sort of on the way back down again. It's been a pretty exciting drive. You've seen a couple scenes as we went along. Oh, we're on our way up to a cloud forest, which we thought was just a little ways away. Turns out it could be 30, 40 kilometers. And sort of stopped along this little babbling brook, if you will, running down along through here. Really pretty neat. And lots of strange plants and so forth, including impatiens just growing wild alongside the road. I think those are the impatiens down there, aren't they? Yeah. They'll look at from here. And some things that look like lilacs, which we'll get later on. This is sort of the first little waterfalls that we have seen. Just sort of coming down out of the jungle up in there. This is all cloud forest, but we're sort of looking for the official spot of it. There's 2 or 3 little waterfalls around here. One here and one over on the other side of the road. But pretty interesting, new kind of environment that we haven't seen before. Very damp, but cool. Very cool. And this, probably this is a cloud forest. Impatiens, or something very much like that. Mom, you can identify me if I'm wrong. Acudamunde, I think. And away he went. Well, we've stopped for lunch here at the Hidden Valley Inn, Valley Estado Inn, whatever. And this is a cloud forest here, although not many clouds in it, but this is their cloud forest. This is a big place where they export ornamental plants. We'll get some pictures of them later on, but these are all sort of samples of the ornamental plants that they export, mostly to Holland, and then on into Europe. And this is the restaurant. There's a hotel and so forth here. This is the restaurant where we just had lunch. Dick in there bailing us out. But it's very nice, real nice place, and we're the only customers, so we got really get wonderful service. Place where we might stay. We picked up some brochures from it sometime. We'll come back here and stay. It's very nice. This is a collection of insects here at this restaurant at the Hidden Valley Lodge. Some pretty good sized ones, some kind of unusual things. The old peanut heads. Aren't they neat? Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to say that scarab man I have.
That's one, the big one?
Brown.
That's the old teacup size now.
Yeah. You can't get any of those in the glass, can you? Now they eat the students. Pretty neat. Can you get those in the glass?
Harlequin. Harlequin. Beetle.
Beetle.
Okay. Beetle. Okay.
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 We are now looking at a jasana as it pokes around in the weeds beside the pond here. And I think it wants to be our friend. It's being cute, doing the long-legged thing. Notice the long, long toes that suspend this thing on the surface of the water if there's almost anything floating that it can walk on. relatives of coots and other kinds of rallidae. I knew you'd rally to my call. See how it walks on the floating algal mat, picking the odd bug. It is joined by a friend. And this is deep in the hidden valley. Whoops, I think we've flushed him.
As I said earlier, this is a place where they seem to grow ornamental plants, and the little black spots are where they have tied off some peat moss, and then they'll cut, and it grows new roots, and they'll cut the plant right there and ship just the top half and keep the bottom half as stock again.
It's called air layering.
Air layering. It's kind of a neat sorts of plants here. Let's take a look at some of the other things that they're shipping out of here. Here's some other plants that they'll be shipping. Most of these are recognizable to us, but these don't go to the United States. These go to Europe. They go to Holland first, I guess.
We're about to have a hongo problem here.
I am? What?
This guy with the big wide truck is coming down on us.
Is he? Okay. Well, just a crazy gringo taking pictures, so he'll understand. So this is just a big nursery here. This is a little look at the operation here at the Hidden Valley, where we had lunch. These are all plants. We've seen a lot of this actually as we've been driving along, where they have planted ornamental plants just by the rows and rows and acres of them, and then they will take them out of here and put them in pots and send them all over the world. As we said, mostly to Europe from here. But these are all the sorts of things we're familiar with, going down to our local friendly greenhouse and buying, and then setting in pots around our living rooms and yards and so forth. Now this is the Hidden Valley, and there's our way on out up through there. But they're certainly growing lots of ornamental things for us. Rain and a cloud forest up pretty high. It's just a light rain. I don't know whether you can see it or not, but look at the way the clouds are over there in the mountains. And this is, that's cloud forest that you're seeing down in there. It's identified by being quite wet, obviously, and then having lots of growths and trees, bromeliads and things of that nature. And pretty impressive. And farm country, basically. Looks very alpine, as a matter of fact, as you can see here, with even what appear to be pine trees. Not only appear to be, but are. Very nice, kind of neat. Some parrots up in a tree over there, and you can hear them, of course. And then that tree is pretty much loaded up with, what do you call them, bromeliads?
Bromeliads and various kinds of epiphytes.
Mm-hmm. Jet scientific stuff.
No matter how you...
Well, here we are, Friday morning, just outside of San Jose. Just a little picture of sort of clouds on the mountains there, one of the volcanoes, and we have driven up. We've driven to a butterfly paradise, which was 5 kilometers from our hotel, but we've managed to drive 20 kilometers to get here. And so we're going to go see what the butterflies look like this morning. We have entered into the garden inside Butterfly's Paradise, and the rest of the video here for a while will just be some little shots of butterflies. I'm not going to try to tell you what they are or anything like that. We'll just sort of take some short shots of them. It's going to be kind of impressive, we think. Roberta, this is for you. We sort of take a look at the construction of this thing. As you can see, it's all sort of a mesh, very heavy screening. Not particularly, I mean, just some sticks and so forth in the ground here, holding it all together. And just an open mesh up to the sky, as you can see through there. And just all sort of strapped together with lots and lots of plants planted like a greenhouse sort of an effect, and vines covering the outside edges, and just kind of watch ever so often, you'll see some of the construction details here.
You know, they got a lot of wasps around here. No wonder they may have pretty good predation on the
I got.
Woo. That's
Those
pretty. What is it?
Those are pollinated by little flies.
What is it called?
What's the name again?
It's
Aristolochia.
Aristolochia.
Pretty.
Dutchman spike. There's no.
Get the orchid, please?
See, there's a little dragonfly over there.
Little damselfly.
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 Not always, but normally flowers with color, they have white rose, but our people.
Boy, he is pretty.
It's upside down.
Mm-hmm.
sell plants on here, but now we really don't have time to do it. But maybe in future it's interesting for many people like seeds of different yes, yes. There is in the spring. Oh, terrible. Yes, we have some species that are the same. We have a number of eggs are very, very strong. You see the eggs? And the ants, they can eat the 90%. But only one of the most common animals because they eat water. It's a dragon.
Passion flowers, I believe, aren't they?
No, not passion flower. This has got it's got a what they call a spadix inflorescence or flower. Now, Dick, do you know what this is? This little red thing here.
I think it's the genus Anthurium, but I'm not sure.
It's related to the banana family.
Banana family, yeah. Quite a gadget. It looks an awful lot like a ginger that I've seen in the Caribbean, but maybe not. An interesting flower, though.
And see if we can get some pictures in the tree.
And so we say goodbye to the butterfly garden.
Look at this.
The trouble is, he won't sit still long enough.
That thing? Yeah, I ain't done yet. It's your turn now. Modesty prevents me from pushing you roughly away and photographing the snot out of it.
Lagarto.
Hover around.
Yes, yes. Normally, well, it's not very easy to find, but the morpher from here, the season begins in July. But we have a lot of reports.
I don't know. We brought it along to you if you wanted it.
Hi, guys. Let's see that wing again, kid. There it goes. We're in a zoo, but the monkey is not. We're in the cage, yeah. We're sort of in a bird zooave, a bird zoo here, but the monkey is outside of the zoo. So he's a native, and I thought there was another one over here. Oh, yeah. Hope all this is coming out well. I'm experiencing viewfinder problems here with the camera. It's like an exotic blue jay.
With 2 crescences.
Couple of mama and daddy and the baby monkey on the back. Once again, we're the ones in the cage and they're out in the open here.
You're welcome to this one.
No, I want to get right up there.
Nice pretty little orchid here as we say goodbye to the little bird garden.
Well, here we are. The last night of the trip, packing, getting ready to go home, and we're going to each give you a thumbnail sketch of what it was to be here. Aside from these mosquito bites, there weren't too many, and they were exotic species. We had a wonderful time. The best advice I think I could give you is when you go to the north, which you should, don't go on the Pan American Highway unless you absolutely must. The scenery is much better and the roads are in better condition, though they are twisty and high. The same is true when you come from the south, like Punta Leona. If you're coming north, go into the high country and see the coffee plantations and experience the wonderful high, cool climate that's there. Wouldn't you agree, J.W.?
I would agree. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much. I tell you what, I think probably my favorite spot was Arenal and the drive around from San Mateo north. Very beautiful country. Very nice weather conditions. We saw lots of very, very exotic things. It was neat. Glad I'm here. Steve?
Gosh, you guys said everything I wanted to say. That's not fair.
Why don't you just say ditto?
Ditto. No, I think the country is very lovely. It's very lush and green, and the mountains are very jaggedy and very green. It's very hot and humid down along the coastlines. You can stay away from those if you can. The driving's not too bad. The roads are a little twisty and a little bumpy, but I drove about 700 miles, I guess, over the course, and they weren't all that bad. So I think you can come down here and enjoy it and drive, and all of the horror stories we thought we were going to have about not being able to find rooms and no places to eat and water and soap and toilet paper and all that sort of stuff, it's not true. Everything is pretty civilized.
Yeah. And the people are incredibly nice,
And,
helpful.
and the music, we really like the music.
Yeah.
Music's neat, that we've even picked some up.
Yeah, it's not
nice.
quite as good as some
Well,
music which we put together on.
We like Costa Rica, and that's no joke. The crazy driver and the diesel smoke. When you get behind the wheel, you better have them nerve of steel. Watch your man with the big mustache. Just call Sandy, she'd be there fast.
We saw lots of howling monkeys sitting up in the tree, but we didn't stand under because it makes them pee. We had lots of fun and we come back again, but we sure gonna bring a big long land.
Yeah, we're leaving now without a win, but mostly because we're out of film. Donna, Maria, and Betty and Joe. Now, ain't you sorry you let us go? That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. That's a wrap. That's a wrap.